So I have a question. And I've asked you this before. Do you apologize to your loved ones when you screw up? Whether it's minor or it's major, do you teach your kids to apologize? Do you apologize to them? Like, I'm sorry, I flew off the handle. You know? Do you apologize to your spouse? Or your significant other? If you're not married? So I think it's something that we need to teach our children, because as they grow older, this trait of apologizing is slowly reverting out of our society, where people are more prone to point the finger. You know, it's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's your fault. That whole victim. You know, have you read this? You know, I don't know if it's psychology, but they're never wrong. It's never their fault. They are always the victim. Anybody can be prone to fall into that victim role and start pointing the finger. And I think it's really detrimental to teach that to our children now, before it's too late, before our society becomes even worse than it is. Because it is easier to point the finger and be like, that wasn't my fault. You know, this wasn't my fault. And sometimes it's not your fault. And you shouldn't be apologizing. I mean, what would you apologize for? I'm sorry you did that. I'm sorry you didn't listen to me. That falls along the lines of I told you so type spectrum. But yeah, I just been noticing a lot more lately, you know, talking to my kids, my older kids, more about their relationships. And it's like, do you apologize if you're wrong? If you know you're wrong, do you apologize? Be the bigger person. But yeah, on the spectrum, you can't really, you can be the bigger person, but you can't apologize. Because if it wasn't your fault, right? Because then you're accepting that it was your fault. A simple thing to be like, I'm sorry, I screwed up, I apologize. And I'm going to fix it. Sometimes you can't fix things. And I've always told my kids this. Sorry doesn't always fix it. Sometimes you have to go above and beyond I'm sorry and physically do something to try and mend the bridge you burned. It's that simple. So, being Catholic, our Catholic, and I'm not spouting religion here, I'm just explaining, our Catholic 10 Commandments are a little different than the Christian 10 Commandments, okay? We kind of roll one into one and then split two, whatever. But the one, do not steal, okay? We look at it also as do not borrow something and return it broken. Because basically, even if, you know, your neighbor, even if you borrowed your neighbor's tractor and you return it with a broken axle, no, you fix it. You know, you fix it. That's how we look at things. And there's a whole lot more to that. But, you know, when you hurt somebody, you are stealing something from them. And when you break something of somebody else's, you're stealing something from them. And when you're a child and you're picking on your little brother and you take his toy away, that's still stealing. The little guy I know that might not watch this video, but I'm talking to you. But this video isn't about him, but it's a good analogy, wasn't it? But yeah, it's so hard. Why is it so hard? Be humble. I think maybe that's what it is. If you are not full of pride, and you can be humble. You need to humble yourself, and it's very hard to do, to humble yourself and say, I was so screwed up. I screwed up. I'm wrong. But I think you have to have humility and be humble to be able to do that. Am I right? Am I wrong? I could be wrong. Holy long. Okay, so really quick, we're going to dive into this video. It is lavender chocolate. No, it's chocolate lavender fragrance oil from Wholesale Supplies Plus. This is delightful, and it was fun. And I'm going to do it again because I have more fragrance oil. But so super fun. We'll just go check out the video. By the way, I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen. 3 things. Dream big. Be true to you. You are worth it. And it's okay to say I'm sorry. And to the soap. I wasn't sure about this scent, right? It was one of those I threw in my cart, and it's been in there for a while, and I decided I'm going to try it. That was just the clay I was mixing in there. So, yeah, but you know what? After smelling this and putting it in soap and continuing to smell it, it's a really cool scent. Like, it's really yummy. The only problem was I knew it was going to discolor to tan. You know, it says that in the fragrance notes. It didn't look that way right away, but, you know, if you notice, you know, that's some interesting color right there. But, and I'm not sure why I didn't do the white, or the main part of the batter white with titanium dioxide. I guess sometimes I just like the natural look of the soap overall, whether it's discolored by the fragrance oil or whether it's not, you know. White is kind of reserved for specific things, usually, not always, sometimes. That was mint jalop. Is that what it's called? Jalop. Mint something by Mad Micah's. That is cocoa powder, literally cocoa powder. And the purple is ape grape neon by Mad Micah's. I've noticed neons kind of tend to stick out a little better in soaps that discolor. You know what I'm saying? They just seem to have a little bit of an edge. And purple's a hard one to get right. It's a hard one for me to get right in soap. But I really like that, that ape. Is it ape grape? No, grape ape. Wow. Oh, if I could only get my stuff correct, you guys. But this was nice and liquid, nice and fluid. It is, it's not really a basic 4. It's like a basic basic 4. I'm going to call it my basic 4 because I had castor oil. It was really super fluid to start. So I decided to try and do a teardrop down the middle. If you know what that is. And and you'll see, right, whoop, whoop, straight line, girl, straight line. And you'll get to see the cut. But I don't know what happened here. Like, it's only a matter of, a minute or two. And, well, I wasn't dropping it either. I was going down this side, and I shouldn't have done that. I should have just dropped it from, a foot up. And then it would have broke the plane and, all that stuff. But that's okay. It's okay. I was pretty happy with the soap overall. Not going to tell you. You have to watch and see the end. Yeah, but, so this is cocoa powder. I've done it before. I've used the cocoa powder before just to get a different brown than what my micas contain. It is a different brown. It might be a little exfoliating. I think it depends. I don't think so. I don't think it is exfoliating. I think if you just dump it in the soap like a powder and expect it to mix, then it could be a little exfoliating. But it's not. And it doesn't smell. The smell of chocolate does not come from the cocoa powder, you guys. It won't stay in there. that is the fragrance oil itself, which is beautiful. I really like this. Really like this scent. I like that green. Oh, yeah. So I just, I piped the top. Yeah, I was feeling ambitious this day. I think I'm just missing doing. I'm having withdrawals from not getting to do birthday cakes this year. That's what it's from. Oh, yeah. So yes, we're going to. These are paper parchment triangles. So you take. I'll show you in a sec. Just hang tight, hang tight. Okay. So you make the triangle like that, and you fold the left side. Okay. Fold the left side so it looks like that, and then you just wrap that bottom one around, and then you're supposed to tuck it in, but I never tuck it in. I tape them. I don't have patience to tuck it in and all that, and I just a little too much soap batter. It starts leaking, but that's okay. It's really okay. So then I decided, in the whole lavender scheme of things, that I was going to do some designs on top, which, because of soda ash, I'm going to have to steam off. I know I've mentioned this before, that there's 2 types of soda ash. I think the next video coming out is about that. Not very detailed, but just some information and, what you can do to combat it. I happen to suck at it. I live with it. When all else fails, I just live with it. And it's just, sometimes it adds to the soap and sometimes it doesn't add to the soap. And so that's where a few techniques come in. But I guess in the overall scheme of things, it's better to prevent, right? But that is a video for another day. We are doing the chocolate lavender video right now. Yes. I thought it looked cute. That is not the original design. And if you can hear my boys, they were playing Monopoly. They're bored because the whole state is shut down again, so no travel advised. So there's nobody going to rodeos and FFA things. Actually, I think he quit FFA. But yeah, nobody's going anywhere tonight. It's gorgeous. It was sunny all day. It's just the ground blizzard we're dealing with. So they're bored, and eventually they will move the Xbox to the other rooms so they can all play some weird, goofy game. But right now they're playing board games. They were playing Uno. Yeah, but they're loud. But the original design for this was not this. It was going to be a bunch, like a bunch of lavender flowers. But I couldn't figure out how I wanted to divide that amongst the soap. So I just, did this instead. Because, you have to divide it by, the bars. So it worked. So I sprayed it. It was C-popped. And, added a little bling to the top. Gotta have some bling every once in a while. It was, look at that, super smooth. That was from the mold. Not from the mold. It was from sitting on the counter and picked up some more soap. But anyway, look at that. Not bad. Looks like eyeballs. But I didn't do too bad at this at all. I thought it was pretty good. Next time I just have to make sure I get those less soap and less colored soap and more of a drop. I mean, my middle one is pretty interesting. That looks like a snail with wings. But yeah, and of course the teardrop, you saw me totally wiggle that purple, so it's not all going to be straight in here. Nope. Ta-da! Yeah, so this was I'm really happy with this bar. It's a little wonky, but that's okay. It's definitely my style, and it's definitely, me. Can't really say it any other way. Definitely me. But this one is one I plan on doing again because I just love that scent. Love that scent. Oh, okay, sorry. There was buttermilk powder. It was kale and clay in the beginning and buttermilk powder. Not that you care, right? You'll do your own thing and you'll do you. Here are the notes. French lavender with creamy milk chocolate, amber, and jasmine. This is the first cutting, or this is the soap when it was first cut, and this is the soap a couple weeks later. You can actually see some glycerin rivers in there. Isn't that funny? But anyway, we are at the end, so I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.